So now that we have all that information up there, what I'm going to do is start the drafting of the pool. So I'm going to keep this in the area 2 layer for now, and I'll just assign my layers as I go. Based on the trace, it looks like he wants the coping to be lined up with the edge of the pillar here. So I'm going to start there. And remember to always work in 0.5 increments. So it looks like the pool wants to start at about 3 feet off. So I'll type 3. And I know that, oh, I'm sure my ortho is on. I'll type 3. I know that the width of the pool needs to be 10, and the coping is going to be a foot. So I'm going to type in 11 for 10 plus 1. And then, let's see, I'm just going to pull a line off of here. Something's up. 3, 11. Let's pull off of that corner there. There, 24. And it looks like this one's going to be 2.5. Then this will be lined up with the edge of the house. There we go. And then I'm just going to use this line, which is all one complete polyline. It's not closed yet, but it is continuous. And I'm going to trim out this original concrete line so that I can now join these two together. So this will be the extent of our decking. I can delete this hatch now, and then covered patio is not going to be by builder because we're doing an overlay on top of it. Just to double check my dimensions here. All of my dimensions except for this one for some reason. There we go, are all whole numbers. Perfect. Now the pool we know is going to be 15 by 10, so I can just manually type that into a rectangle. I'm going to move the pool down and to the left 1 foot so that my coping is offset 1 foot. And I'm actually going to offset for the coping now, and I will do the coping now so that things that I put over top of it will be, the hierarchy can be maintained and I don't have to mess with the draw order. Make sure to check your units. Units. We want this to be unitless, and I'm just going to change my precision now. And hit OK. Now let's try that again. 12 by 6. All right. And since I've drafted my pool with whole numbers, all of my coping lines are lined up at the corners here, which is great. I can just remove the crossed X's at the side, and there's always going to be some extra coping lines that kind of populate on the side here. All right, now let's bring in the coping corner. Perfect, and I'm just going to place these in the corner. You can see that it tries to align, which is good. I'm just going to place it in one corner, and then I'm going to mirror it across the project here. There we go. And I'll mirror one more time. Pulling from the, I can just use the center, that'll work. Hit regen, okay, there's all my line work. Nice. All right. Now I want to draft the steps. Move this 1 foot up, because our step distance is always 1 foot. I'm going to copy it 1 foot, 2 feet, and then I can take this outer line here and offset it 1.5, and this will be the bench. Now using the bench, I can trim this bottom step, which will be lower than this level, and then selecting both the second step line and the bench line, I can use a little bit more trimming here. So trim out this section and these 2 sections. And I'm actually going to keep these separate, and I will explain that later when we get into the legend section. Everything, all the line work that is underwater will go on the, you guessed it, underwater layer. The outside of the pool edge is going to go to the pool layer. Outside of the coping will be at the thin solid layer. And now we can start adding all the fun stuff about the pool.